Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're heading into the dense, humid jungles of Java to uncover a legend that has kept children indoors for centuries. Have you ever heard of Wewe Gombel? She isn't your typical ghost. She's known as the Mother of Fear, a tall, vengeful spirit with long, saggy breasts and a mane of wild hair. But before you get too spooked, remember, she doesn't just hunt anyone. She specifically looks for children who are being ignored or mistreated by their parents. It's a dark tale that blends tragedy with terror. And honestly, the more you learn about her, the more you realize why the locals still whisper her name when the sun begins to set. To understand the monster, we have to look at the woman she once was. Long ago, Wewe Gombel was a kind-hearted woman living in a small village. Her greatest dream was to become a mother, to have a child of her own to love and protect. But life was cruel. For years, she and her husband tried, but she remained unable to conceive. In her community at that time, being unable to bear a child was seen as a deep shame, a mark of failure. She faced the silent judgment of her neighbors every single day, her heart slowly breaking under the weight of a dream that would never come true. The tragedy deepened when she discovered the ultimate betrayal. Her husband, frustrated in seeking a legacy, began an affair with another woman. When she confronted him, he didn't offer an apology. Instead, he mocked her, blaming her for their empty home. Driven to the brink of madness by grief and the cruelty of the man she loved, she fled into the forest. Heartbroken and alone, she eventually took her own life. But the earth and the spirits of the forest wouldn't let her rest. Her pain was so concentrated, so pure, that it transformed her into something else, something powerful, vengeful, and eternal. She rose from the grave as Wewe Gombel. She became a towering figure, her skin pale like a corpse, and her hair a tangled mess of gray and black. Her most striking and disturbing feature, her elongated, sagging breasts. In Indonesian folklore, it's said she uses these to hide the children she steals, tucking them away against her cold, dead skin so they cannot be seen by the human world. She became the guardian of the neglected, but her protection is a nightmare. She doesn't want to hurt the children initially. She believes she is saving them from the parents who don't deserve them. The Maghrib hour, the time of sunset, is when she is most active. In Indonesia, parents often yell for their children to come inside the moment the sky turns orange. This isn't just about dinner, it's about Wewe Gombel. They say that if a child is still outside, playing near the bushes or under the large banyan trees during this transition from day to night, she will appear. She waits for that moment of parental inattention. If a mother is too busy on her phone or a father is ignoring his son's cries, Wewe Gombel sees an opportunity to step in and play the mother she never got to be. When she takes a child, they don't just disappear, they enter a different realm. She carries them to her nest, which is often high up in the branches of a giant Semboja tree or deep within a dark cave. To the child, Wewe Gombel doesn't look like a monster. She uses her supernatural powers to appear as their own mother or a kind grandmother. She offers them delicious food, steaming bowls of rice and sweet cakes. But in reality, she is feeding them filth, mud, and worms. The child eats happily, trapped in a trance, while their real family searches frantically in the dark world below. The search for a child stolen by Wewe Gombel is a community event, and it's loud, very loud. It's called Nyari, a ritual where the villagers gather with kitchen utensils, pans, woks, and metal trays. They march through the village and into the woods, clanging the metal as hard as they can. The belief is that the cacophony of sound breaks the spirit's spell and irritates Wewe Gombel so much that she will eventually drop the child. They chant, they drum, and they search every nook and cranny, hoping to hear the faint cry of a child coming out of a trance before it's too late. If the ritual works, the child is often found in the most impossible places, stuck high up in a tree where no toddler could climb, or hidden deep under a rock pile. They are usually found naked, shivering, and completely dazed.
When they wake up, they often have no memory of the spirit, only that they were with a nice lady who gave them snacks. But the trauma remains. The parents, having learned their lesson, are usually much more attentive after that. It's a harsh way to learn a lesson about love and neglect. But in the world of Wewe Gombel, there are no second chances for those who fail their children.
Even today, in modern Indonesia, the legend persists. You'll hear stories in Jakarta or Yogyakarta about children disappearing for hours, only to be found in a trance behind a warehouse or under a bridge. Some skeptics say it's just a way to keep kids safe from predators or accidents at night, but the locals know better. They've seen the shadows that move against the wind. They've heard the faint weeping sound of a woman who just wants someone to love. The atmosphere gets heavy when people talk about it, a collective chill that proves some legends never really die. Imagine you're walking home late. The streetlights are dim, and the wind is rustling through the palm fronds. You hear a sound, a soft, rhythmic thumping, like someone walking with heavy, wet feet. You turn around, and for a split second, you see her. She's taller than any human, her hair reaching down to her waist, and she's looking right at you, not with anger, but with a terrifying, predatory hunger. She isn't looking for you, though. She's looking at the house next door, where a child is crying, and no one is answering. The tension in the air is thick, suffocating, almost like something is about to snap.
The story of Wewe Gombel serves as a bridge between the living and the dead, a reminder that our actions have consequences beyond the physical world. She is a monster born of societal failure and personal heartbreak. She represents the fear of every parent and the loneliness of every forgotten child. So next time the sun starts to dip below the horizon and the sky turns that deep, bloody shade of violet, make sure your loved ones are close. Don't give her a reason to visit your home, because once she decides she's a better parent than you, she won't let go without a fight.
Thanks for joining me on this journey into the dark heart of Javanese folklore. Wewe Gombel is just one of many spirits that haunt the islands of Indonesia, and we have many more stories to tell. If you enjoyed this dive into the mother of fear, make sure to hit that like button and let us know in the comments. What urban legend should we cover next? Are there any stories from your hometown that keep you up at night? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. Sleep tight and stay safe out there.